Good evening everyone to the University of Hearts this evening for the playoffs. Hemel Storm v Worthing Thunder in this semi-final. The winner of gets to go to see and play against Solent next week. Just so we've got a bit of a show on this week. Couple of things to keep an eye out for. We've got our halfway competition, so if you want to enter that, you just need to enter your guesses for who's the first one to score from the halfway and who's the first one to three, and that's between Greg, Jack and Mike Williams. So just put it in a comment, we'll write that down, and if you get both right, we'll be in touch next week with your prize. So we're going to run that at half time. We've also, during the week, we got hold of the starting five just to get, some background on them, not specifically what's going on this season, but we just wanted to chat to them, and we're going to run that now for your guys just to watch it. Thanks guys, thanks for joining us. Obviously an extension of Hemel TV screen. We wanted just to get a little bit from you guys, because we've not really interviewed anyone during the season. So this will go out to all the fans who check into the screen tomorrow. So I wanted to start a fairly easy one straight in. So what I want you to do is all think about your past, present, best starting five. And I'm going to come to each of you for your position on who you would have play. If you could have anyone play from history, from right now, who would play your position? And we should come up with a pretty awesome team. So obviously, place to start. I think I'll start with Bode with point guard.
He's like any player in history, I think, like NBA, any player.
Oh, NBA?
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Probably, I'll go with probably Kyrie Irving.
Okay, I'm going to come to Mike next. Shooting guard. Who's playing there?
My favorite player, Black Mamba. Sorry, MJ.
Levi, I'm going to get you to pick the small forward.
Okay, in this scenario, I think I'm going to have to go with MJ.
You're going MJ.
All right.
He's got to get in the team though, right? He's got to be in there somewhere.
He's just a great player. He's not necessarily a three-man, but he has to be in the five.
Teo, power forward for me.
Well, a lot of people probably think my favorite player is LeBron James, but it's actually not. So I'm gonna pick my guy he's a 3-4, Carmelo Anthony, 1-5, 1-5.
My guy, bro. Yes, people don't respect him, bro. Get me mad.
But he's a goat. He's a legend.
Greg,
Denver
center. Who are we going for?
For center?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with the Dream, Hakeem Olajuwon. He's different.
Good pick.
Cool. So next one, a bit of background from all you guys. I mean, obviously some of you are new this season, some of you have been here a fair amount of time, but if you could just give us a little bit of background, 1 minute, 30 seconds a minute of where you've come from, from basketball, from playing young to where you are now when you've got to Storm. So your journey to Storm. Bode, again, start with you, please.
So I started playing when I was about in year 10 in secondary school. I moved from South London to East London earlier, and the in sport was basketball. So I just started playing, and I went to my uncle. He lived in America at the time, and I was playing a bit over there over summer. So I'm gonna stay with it. And then I played for East London Royals under 18. I went to Barking Abbey as well, and then played for quite a few London teams. and about joined Hemel about in 2012, I believe.
Right.
2011, 2012 season. Yeah.
And not looked back since.
Had a stint overseas and came back.
Where did you play overseas?
In France.
Okay, cool. Brilliant. Mike, come to you next.
I first made my first basket when I was 3 years old.
Full size, full height, or one of the mini ones?
No, on the 10-foot one, the real 10-foot one.
Nice.
Then I started playing seriously at I don't know, like the grades out here. I get confused sometimes. So I was 7 years old when I started playing like organized basketball. I played for this team, this legendary team called the Riverside Hawks, where a lot of NBA alumni play for them in the past. I went to high school, played for a high school named Bishop Loughlin. And then I took my talents. I went to college. I played for Rutgers University. Before that, I played for the USA team and played in the Albert Schweitzer tournament in Germany, where we lost to Italy for a second in the championship game. Then I went to Rutgers, and then came to Hemel for the last 2 years, and it's been a good experience so far.
Awesome. And the crowd and it was NCAA 1, yeah?
Yeah.
The crowd compared to over there to over here?
To be honest, since like I'm used to that kind of crowd, like, my high school was like that. It was compacted, but it was still it held a lot of people. So last year, it was, I felt at home, to be honest. Awesome. It wasn't like Rutgers where having 10,000 people, but it was still, I still felt at home, to be honest.
Hey, Levi, if you could let us know. I mean, it's been a journey, right?
Yeah. So I've been around
old, bro.
Yeah. I've been around basketball like my whole life. My dad actually played for Hemel. He started at Hemel because I'm from Luton. It's a local town. But I've always been around basketball with my dad and always followed my dad around. But I wasn't really into it when I was younger. I didn't really start playing properly until I was about year 7, year 8. But I was always around it. I always went to my dad's games. I was one of the kids that always went at halftime and shot around and stuff like that. But I didn't really get into it till I was about year 7. And then I didn't really play in school either. There wasn't really a school team, but my dad took me to Essex and Hearts, London Leopards. They used to be called London Leopards, but they turned to Essex and Hearts. I went to that team when I was around 11, 12. And I really just fell in love with it there. Before then, I was just always playing outdoors, and I was always tall. I never really had a growth spurt, so I always used to play the older ages. So when I was 11, 12, I played under 15s. When I was 13, 14, I played under 16s, and then when I got to 16, I went over to America, went to high school, went to college over there. That was great. I was over there for 6 years. And then I came back to England, and then I've played pro and semi-pro for the last 8, 9 years. And in 2017, I think it is 17, 18 season, I was at Hemel. We didn't do great that year, but I enjoyed the fan base. I enjoyed everybody else there. And then I had a stint overseas in Italy last year. Then obviously COVID hit everybody, came back during the year, and then this year I rejoined Hemel. So,
and again, playing in Europe is it fanatical? Is it what's it like there?
Italy was amazing. Just the fan base is there. They're crazy about basketball in Italy. The food was obviously fantastic. Awesome. The culture for basketball was just amazing. It's just there are people a lot more passionate about basketball there, and it shows in a lot of things.
But not as passionate as Storm fans, obviously.
No, obviously not. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of the journey to today. Yeah.
Thank you, Teo.
Cool. So well, basically, I only started playing basketball because one of my best friends now said I couldn't make the team when I was in school. So I decided to go to the trials, got made starting point guard over him. I know no one can believe I was a point guard back in year 7, but yeah, I was starting point guard. But I only started playing for a junior team when I was 15. So I only had 2 years at junior before moving over to Manchester. I'm playing for the Manchester Magic for 3 years. So I was there until 21 and then headed over to Newcastle. And I played there with a great coach, Ian Hewitt, for 2 years. And then went over to the other side of Newcastle to play for another year for Northumbria. I knew I wasn't going to stay there for too long and I wanted to experience what that D1 team was like at Northumbria. So that was a good opportunity. And then after that, went down south to Southampton. I played at Solent with Matt Guyman. Yeah, was there for 2
How you
years.
feel, Mike?
Was there for 2 years. You know, you see what they're doing now. They've become a dominant force, but you know, we want to try and knock that down. Yeah.
Greg, what about yourself?
Yeah, I started playing ball when I was 14. Prior to that, I was a baseball player. I played baseball all the way up to when I was 17 years old. I had to quit because I was about to go to college. I made the varsity team at Abraham Lincoln High School, with a lot of professionals came out of. Lance Stevenson went there, Stephon Marbury went there, Sebastian Telfair went there. So I went there for I played on varsity for 3 years, and then after that, I went to community college in Kansas. Won the regional championship over there. Went there for 2 years, did my thing. Then I transferred to Pace University. Made it to the playoffs my senior year, and then yeah, now I'm here at Hemel last 2 years.
Awesome.
Had a great time, great experience.
And again, you were D2, right? So Mike was D1,
Yeah, I was D2.
D2.
Yeah, D2.
That's kind of.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you were D2. I mean, it's hard in D2, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tough. It depends on a conference, honestly speaking. Drew's daughter she plays for her team plays for in my conference, and our conference is pretty tough. Yeah, her school is pretty good too. So.
Cool, brilliant. Thank you. So, just give us a bit. I mean, some of you, Teo, you've not played in front of a Storm crowd yet. Am I right?
No, not yet.
Okay, but have you ever played at?
Yeah, I love it. I loved playing against Hemel. The crowd was insane. Like it was, you always look forward to that game. And yeah, it's been a shame this year that I haven't been able to experience it.
And what does that mean, playing in front of a live crowd to you?
Well, personally, I feed off it. Like I get a massive buzz from it. Anyone that's seen me play just knows how much energy I have all the time. So it's like, just having that crowd there just gives you that extra bit of boost. You hear the bench, you hear our bench, and you feed off that. So imagine 1,000 people behind you as well. That just gives you the extra boost that you need.
Cool. Well, Levi, so you went and then came back.
Yeah.
Again, what did the Storm crowd mean to you?
I mean, it means everything. The energy, it's just the energy at home games was always amazing. Like it was always, they pretty much lifted us through like a lot of sticky situations in a lot of games. So it's just this year's we've felt them from at home, and we've heard all the support and stuff, but it's not been, there's no two ways about it. It's not been the same. But yeah, it's just loved it. It's just the passion and the energy was always at home games, and always the fans coming up to you after the game, signing the signatures is a part of the game. We all miss, really.
I'll come to Mike and Greg in a minute, but Bode, so you've been here the longest out of the guys. So over the years, has the crowd always been the same? Has it got more energy? How's the experience for you grown?
Yeah, I feel like I miss the crowd. We miss the crowd so much. I feel like at this point, like over the years, I feel like the knowledge of the crowd has got, like they know what airball is. They we screaming airball against the opposition. They know where's the people putting the game. They know to keep quiet during free throws. So I feel like the knowledge of basketball definitely spread out, and I feel like that's the crowd. About crowd, especially the Hemel Storm crowd. I feel the knowledge is good. It's definitely over the years I've been here. That's one of the biggest things I've noticed. From our crowd, and just the knowledge of the game is getting high.
And it's helped us, helped you guys sometimes in, when it's really tough, getting on the opposition. They get a pretty free ride if things are going well for them right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a big time. I mean, I remember the crowd that we had during the semi-finals before our playoff finals, I think in 2017. with the same position we had to play in the semi-final. Yeah, the amount of energy was amazing. So definitely missed that this year. It's all our motto this was have create our own energy. But it's definitely hard about definitely hard about the crowd there, which we missed so much. But we got just miss it.
Cool. Mike, come to you now. Obviously, you played in. I mean, what's the biggest crowd you've played in front of, Mike?
17,000.
17,000. So 450, 500 at a Hemel Saturday night. Do we make as much noise as 17,000? There's only one answer here.
To be honest, yeah, it really is. Like even though the crowd is not as big as I was used to when I was in college, it still reminds me of the times where I used to play in high school in those gyms, and like the crowd is on top of you, and like they just the energy that you feed up the energy, like the fans are like the sixth man on the court. They feed up. We feed up the energy, and when especially like when we make a big run, it gets loud. It can get loud in the sports space. So it's just as loud, to be honest.
Cool. What do you find? Are the crowds in the UK as knowledgeable as US crowds? What's the kind of the difference you find? What's the thing that stands out?
Honestly, man, I think just the interaction with the fans, like after the game and stuff like that, the amount of love that they give you, after the game, win or lose, you know what I'm saying? It's always the same. It's consistent throughout, whatever the result is, I feel, you know what I'm saying? The fact that the kids come up to you asking for your autograph and, so into the game, so involved, it's amazing to me. And I think that was the biggest thing from last year that I missed, just after the game, seeing the little kids and the parents and the fans coming up to you and asking for your autograph. And good job today, even though I didn't play the best, it's cool. Like that's the thing I admire and I miss the most about the fans, to be fair.
Straight back to you, Greg. What's the coolest, and it doesn't have to be the most famous, the coolest place you've played basketball? And this question's coming to everyone.
Coolest place I've ever played basketball would have to be at Rucker Park outside of New York City. It's a very famous, legendary park in New York City. At the time, they had hardwood floor on the basketball court. It was an outdoor court, had hardwood floor on it.
Wow.
And it was super cool, man. The announcer was saying my name, my parents was there. I played really well. It was just a great atmosphere, and that was probably one of the coolest places I've ever played at before.
There you go, part one of the interview with the Storm starting five. Hope you enjoyed that. We've got more to come at half time. We've got a second part to that, and there's some real revelations, especially when it comes to pre-game rituals. Listen out for that. As I said before this, we've got a bit of a competition running, so after last week's halfway shot by Mike, we ran a competition during the week and got the guys to shoot out. We want your guesses for the first player out, Jack, Mike and Greg, to score from the halfway, and then the first one to get to three. If you put those in the comments, we'll keep an eye out for them, and whoever wins, we'll send on something during the week. We also, throughout the week, all the Storm fans and family and friends have been sending good luck messages, and again, we had such an influx of great messages. So I'm going to play that now for you all just to watch. Look out for your shout out. It was really received so well by the players. They really look forward to these. Let's just hope we can get another one done soon. Here you go.
Hey Mike, it's me, Yvonne, obviously your favorite sibling. I just want you to know how proud I am of you, how much I love you, how much I can't wait for you to come home and save me from these crazy people. But in the meantime, in between time, keep doing your thing. Have an amazing game tomorrow. We're all watching, and we're all excited to be a part of this journey with you. You have amazing things coming your way. This is just the first chapter. Know that. Do your thing tomorrow. Love you, baby boy.
Good luck, Storm.
Hey, Mike. I hear that y'all doing great things, and I'm sure you're doing even better. So proud of you. Keep it up. So proud of you. Keep it up.
Just the way wish Storm the best of luck for tomorrow in their semi-final, but extra special luck to this young man.
Yeah.
Not saying that we're biased in any way, but good luck for tomorrow, Jack.
We'll be watching you all, so get on with it and win.
Your game on television, and we're so proud you're in the semi-final. We wanted to congratulate you and give you good luck for you and your team. Go Storm! Go Storm!
All right, Hemel Storm, I toast to your victory. I'm putting it out there. I'm manifesting victory Saturday and beyond. Mike, you know what to do. Play hard, play smart, do your thing, and have fun. Love you.
Hey Mike, good luck with your game today. Not tomorrow, today. We need more of these, so bring one of these home. Good luck to the entire team. We love you all, and we got to see you back.
Go Storm! Good luck for the semi-finals this Saturday.
Hey Mike, it's Keisha and Lachlan, as you can see. We just wanted to say congratulations on making it to the championship, and we hope you take it all the way. We love you and we're so proud of you. We wish you all the best. Take care. Talk to you soon. Love you.
Good luck,
Good luck,
Storm, for tomorrow.
Hey, how you doing? This is Trey Diggs, cousin of star guard Mike Williams. I want to give a big shout out and let's go to the Hemel Storm. Do your thing, coming straight from Brooklyn.
All right, Mike. You know I'm rooting for you, baby. Do your thing. So proud of you. Keep up the good work. Talk to you soon.
Hi guys, what an amazing season you've had. It's been so strange not being able to be on the side of the basketball court watching and supporting you all. However, we've been right behind you, following you all the way. Just want to wish you the best of luck. Not that I think you need it. You're going to absolutely smash it. Let's go Storm. Good luck guys.
Hi Waleed. Hi Waleed. Hi Akaichere. Good luck on your game this Saturday for the finals. We're all rooting for you. We all love you and very, very proud. So best of luck. Hope it goes well. Good luck. Akaichere. Kakadache. Dogo Yaru.
Oh! Hi Uncle Waleed. We miss you lots and can't wait to see you. We hope you win your basketball game, and yeah, I just wish you good luck. Bye.
Blessings and declaring victory for you all in this season. You have been brought a mighty long way, and just know that the best is still yet to come. Your Calvary Fellowship family is cheering you on, and may God continue to bless and smile upon you. Go get 'em.
There you go. Good luck messages to the team, which we know received really well. So there you go. There's our pre-show game. We're now getting ready for the actual game. Don't forget, half-time, we've got that competition. If you're going to guess who scores the first halfway shot and who's the first to three out of Jack, Greg and Mike, just put it in the comments there or put it in the chat. We'll keep an eye on it and we'll run that at half-time. But no further ado, let's bring over the talent, Mr. Graham Hiscock, Elvis. Good evening, Graham.
Good evening, man. Well, that is just quite, what we've just been listening to, Si and Lee, it's just mind-blowing. The messages are good luck. It's just swelling, and the emotion and the good feeling from across the pond, and around the country, and you know, this is a special. You're putting together a special production here, and it's an honour to be part of it. Thank you.
Hey, I don't know what I'm talking about when it gets to basketball, Graham. That's what you're here for.
Well, something like that.
I'm just the fan.
Yeah, well, what a game we've got. You know, great build-up, but two teams that know each other well. Going back in a bit of history, 2017, 2018, Worthing beat Storm in the playoff final. Storm won the trophy that year, and this year it's the semi-final. And Storm have taken care of business at home, beating Nottingham, Hoods comfortably, and then a little bit more difficult last week against Bradford Thunder, who we were tied at half-time, and then finally shook Bradford off the Dragons. And as for Worthing Thunder, taking care of BA London Lions, and then the huge upset versus Thames Valley Cavaliers, with Tom Wald leading the way, their player of the week for last week, with a massive 35 points and 11 rebounds, way above his average. And 4 of the 5 team of the players in the team of the week, with Mike Williams, Max Richardson, Zaire Taylor and Tom Wald, all in the team of the week, and they're all playing tonight. It's going to be a fantastic game, lots of emotion and passion, and let's go Storm.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the league and where they ended up. They ended up 7th on a losing score of 9 and 10, and you kind of think, well, how does it go? But chatting to a few people around basketball, you know, they always come to the playoffs. Worthing Thunder, you know, they're one of those teams that just relish the moment and take these one-off games and play so well. So I don't think league standings have got anything to do with the game today. You look through the lines and the three-point percentage and the field goal percentage and all those kind of things, they're all so close. It's going to come down to the players this evening and who can bring it this evening for this one-off game to get to a final, and that's what they're playing for. You know, an absolute cracker on, and I can't wait.
Yeah, me too, and it really feels special. The winner here will play Solent or Newcastle, and Mike Darla, who always speaks to us pre-game, sends us over information. The stats mean nothing. You know, Worthing Thunder are on the up, taking care of BA London Lions. Huge performance last week. Have they got another big performance in them? Because Hemel Storm have been in control most of the last 2 games against Nottingham Hoods and Bradford Dragons. So can they keep this Worthing Thunder team under control? Take care of Tom Wald. Max Richardson's been huge the last 2 games for them. And also Howard Crawford, 6'9", he'll be the biggest player on the floor. They've got to take care of him. He's second in rebounds behind Richardson for the Thunder. They've got to box out. They can't give them too many second chance opportunities. And Zaire Taylor, been around the leagues, BBL, involved in ownership of this club. You've got to take care of him as well. And it's not just those leading players, as Mike Darlow says, they've got a good supporting cast, and maybe it will come down to the supporting cast of either team tonight if the stars of either team cancel each other out.
Yeah, it's great insight to what Worthing are bringing. I think sometimes we talk up the opposition sometimes and forget what we've got in a Storm team. You know, 2 Americans, Greg and Mike, you know, both average points in the top 10. Greg right at the top of that. Rebounds, Greg's up there as well, you know, and the guys that have come in and support that, Teo from outside, and the bench that are able. Jack had step on, and, you know, on his night, he can take on Tom Ward for that 35 points. We've seen it before. So, you know, it's all written. It's just, you know, just going to be an exciting game that's going to come down to a lot of factors that we don't even know happened yet.
Yeah, you got it. And there's got to be some inspirational play. And from both teams, the stats will bear out. If Storm play their regular game and are smart and can take care of the ball, keep moving the ball. Don't let it stick. If Mike can play loose and controlled, not force it too much, just let things come to him, which he's really been showing up with the last few games of the season, which is great for Storm. And he's also finding some great passes. So you move without the ball. If he gets closed down, Mike will find you as well.
The one thing I noticed last week with Mike, he was really busy. You know, I'm watching him as he warms up now and again. It doesn't look erratic. It looks just like he's ready and up for this game. And that's what he's brought to the second half of this season. I think he's brought that supporting role and leading it as well, with Greg up there as well. Then all the other players that come on. It's a great matchup. Worthing, you know, that they're kind of the game's about being on the outside. You know, they want to score 3-pointers. They'll come inside when they need to, but you know, we've really got to get out to them and make sure we restrict them.
Yeah, and as you say, they had a losing record in the regular season, 9-10. Hemel are right at the top in 3-point percentage. Worthing Thunder are in 12th, but at the end of the day, it's playoff basketball. It doesn't matter. You've got to step up, take your shots. Shot selection, let's give up a good shot to get a great shot. Everybody up. The guys on the bench that may only be getting 1 minute, 2 minutes, you've just got to be fully involved, fully ready to come on and do your job on the floor. But if you're not getting on the floor much or not at all, you've just got to be fully engaged, ready to support your team.
Well, I think we've said it all. I think we're 1:30 to go in this game. I don't think there's anything else we can add to this game. Let's just hope it's a cracker, because it certainly deserves it this evening. Both teams have got here through hard work, and now's the time to go that extra stretch.
Yeah, bringing it more up to date for this season. Hemel have beaten Worthing twice this season in overtime on Valentine's Day, February the 14th, 79-86. That was really tough, a tough win. And then they sort of blew them away here back in January 16th, 119-89, when Cam Hildreth was still playing. And Worthing just looked completely out of sorts that game. So it's almost like they've been building, and we're going to see if they can put in another huge performance following on from the Thames Valley Cavaliers win.
Yeah, Cameron's obviously, it was a big play for him, stepped up to the BBL. You know, it looks like he's on his way to the States. He's one of those players. He's in the Great Britain team, I believe. Just
Yes.
an all-round good player. So it's a big hole to fill, but they've done it adequately. You know, they haven't had him for most of the season. So, you know, not the loss that they thought it might be.
No, it may have brought the team closer together. I think Crawford's played better since Cameron's gone. But for Hemel, Williams and Greg, you know what they're going to give you. Bodie had 20 points last week. That was a really good showing by him. Levi, he's hit some big shots. Tayu has been consistent. 7 points, 11 rebounds last week. Greg with another double-double. He, as you say, right at the top of the rebounds, right at the top of the points, leading efficiency. Mike Williams is right up there as well, top 10, as you say. And Worthing Thunder have got their fair share of guys in the top 10 of certain statistics as well, including rebounds and steals. So statistics aside, lots of history between the teams. Should be maybe the game of the season.
Yeah, one of the things you'll see in the interview in the second part is I asked the guys, you know, what were the highlights from the season? It's obviously so far. And one of the things 3 of the guys moved in on was the team togetherness, you know, that first away trip up to Chester, I believe it was, and how they enjoy those so much. And that's brought the team together, so, you know, they're solid as a team unit.
Just continuing that theme, the guys went for a refreshment across the road after the game last week and watching the Worthing Thames Valley game, and they were cheering for Worthing because they wanted this matchup. They wanted another home game. They've now got it, and now Hemel Storm have got to deliver.
You just got to be careful what you wish for sometimes.
Well,
here we go.
And the tip's up, and Worthing Thunder in orange with the first offense, and the alley-oop is missed by Crawford. That was a wide open one. Now Bodie attacks. Good defence from Sunderland. Bodie again. Greg. And they're in a zone. Worthing. Bodie, long range, just off, and defensive rebound.
We saw this last week with Bradford, Graham, that, you know, it took a little while for both teams to get going. It didn't stop the game getting any more exciting, but just see who gets warm quick.
We've spoken about it plenty of times. Storm cannot let Worthing Thunder get off to a fast start here. Storm have got to be in control. They need the first score, ideally. Bodie. Greg, he's open on the pick and pop, and he's just off left, but good look for Greg.
Just getting his sighters in.
Taylor to Richardson, who's been very impressive the last couple of games. And good defense. That's the sort of stuff that's needed Get your knees dirty, get on the floor, and Bodie, great slide on the defence there, Simon.
I mean, you can win a game on defence easily, can't you? Just stop them having that impact on you. They're going to score, obviously, but it's about being, when you have the momentum, scoring more points than when they have it, and that's a great way to start. Well done, Bodie.
Yeah, and Worthing Thunder only run about 7 or 8 players, so let's get them into foul trouble early. That's going to help things as the game progresses. Mike Williams, now Tayu pops, and good defence from Worthing Thunder, and it's defensive foul. Not enough contact on to give it an offensive foul.
So just not quite getting his feet set there, as you could see in the replay.
That's a good balance by Tayu. They didn't want to commit an offensive foul following on from the Worthing Thunder one. Williams to Greg. Candidate for Player of the Year in the National Basketball League Division 1. Step away, Mike just off on the fade. And it's still 0-0, over 90 seconds in. And it's real cat and mouse. Crawford. Tom Ward, the hero from last week, is just off with his 3. And Bodie attacking. And they close him out. Levi Knoll and Bodie, 2 leaders in assists for this team. Greg leader in points and rebounds. Mike not far behind. Tayu, he can knock the long range shot down, and he does knock it down, and it's received with a standing ovation almost by the Hemel Storm bench. They're up for this. Good signs for the Storm.
So this is Thunder with a riposte. Oh, just as good. Outside shot there from, sorry, I've left my, thank you.
And now the steal, and that's almost shot Worthing Thunder into action with Hemel Storm getting the first shot. They've got to shut Tom Wall down. Don't let him get into rhythm. Richardson, leading rebounder, second leading scorer. Julian Stanley on the sideline there, outlining the play here from out of bounds.
Apparently he was shooting.
Okay, 2 shots. Richardson. 75.7% from the free throw line. He's averaging over 14.5 points a game, so above those averages the last 2 games in the playoffs. As we said, 3 games, Simon, Hemel Storm are going to need to deliver those sort of numbers tonight. Inspirational basketball heroes will arise from this game. Greg, mid-range J is good. Tough to guard when he's in rhythm.
Yeah, it's good to see, get in that rhythm and straight away, and he's in the face of his opposition straight away.
Yeah, Crawford with the miss. Levi Knoll. So just got to keep moving that ball with purpose now. Storm. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Levi. Tayu's going to have to get the shot up. Good block from Richardson. And knocked away by Levi.
Good heads up there from Levi, getting hustled, get back, and prevented the easy score because it was going to be just a simple layup.
Now it is baseline out of bounds. Fontaine is in. Tom Ward. Crawford attacks. Puts it up and he's off. And Mike Williams pulls up for 3 and just long. And here comes Fontaine. Ward. Tom kicks it out. Zaire Taylor attacks. Passes to Ward. Long 2 is in and out, and rebound Levi Knoll. Behind the back by Bodie, and he gets it to go. Clever play by Bodie Adeola.
Behind the back didn't quite work, but he had the presence of mind to pick it up and put it in the basket.
That's all that matters tonight. Let's get it in, and Crawford good. Height advantage there at 6'9". Biggest player on the floor against Levi 6'6".
lot been said about the points they score from outside, and although their percentage is low, they have a lot of shots and a lot of attempts, which, you know, if you keep shooting, you know, your percentage is low, but if you take enough shots, that's going to get you the W.
Yeah, if you're shooting nearly 30%, and if you're a volume shooting team for threes, then that's still going to be a good percentage. And Crawford knocks down the free throw. And it's just off and rebounded by Tayu.
Walid checking in for this evening. Great to see him on court.
Instant energy and enthusiasm. Oliver Mooney, Mike Williams. Low scoring affair so far. Neither team wants to give the advantage to the other. Tayu to Bodie. High screen from Greg. Mike Williams comes out. Inside to Greg. He's got baseline. Little fade is just short. And Tom Wall brings it down the floor. Crawford attacks, spins, fakes, has to go outside. And the three is good for Ishmael Fontaine. Got to keep an eye on him. High release and knocks down the three-pointer. 7 points last week against Thames Valley. Great pass inside to Taya Fusey. And he hustles back down the floor. And we're tied at 9. Whistle.
Just go through that pass again. Accidentally pushed it a little bit there. Great look there.
That is just a left-hand pass, just fizzed it through. And Mike's got that in his locker. He doesn't have to keep scoring. If guys know to move and get in behind the defence, maybe 2 players are going to be stepping towards Mike. He's just got to time it. And that was to perfection. All the way across. Richardson, extra pass. Ishmael tries his luck again and misses. And Greg Polian to Bodie. Mike goes left, open and drains the mid-range too. He's been so quick on that move, going either left or right. The Rutgers star, who's said in that interview pre-game, played in front of 10,000 people regularly. As Richardson drains the 2.
Both toe for toe at the minute. There's nothing between these two teams as we fought.
And, the real top players playing at the top of their game on show. Bodie just short. Walid, good rebound, recycles the ball. Back to Bodie, and there's almost stolen. Mike shoots it and drains the 3. Nothing but net right in front of Tom Wald. And that's a good sign. Mike playing really loose and just taking the shots at a high percentage there. Ishmael, just short, rebound. Mike Williams.
Just going to show that 3-point again there for you, Graham.
Again, dribble left. We'd already dribbled left for the 2 previously. They step out further, dribble left, take the 3, and 3-point lead, and it's timeout.
Just quickly while we're at the timeout, don't forget to get your 2 guesses for the halftime competition. So we took 3 of the guys, Jack, Greg and Mike. They shot from the halfway, and it's you've just got to guess the first person to score the first halfway shot, and then who gets to free first. If you just put your names in the comments or your chat, 2 names, you'll be entered into the competition.
So lots of fun and content for the stream for this the last one here at the Hart Sports Village. Let's hope it.
Yeah, I wrongly called it last week, didn't I? I thought that was out last week. I did my whole goodnight speech, really enjoyed it. It was really fun, and got it completely wrong.
Thames Valley and Worthing only just tipped off, but it's easily done. It's easily done. I'd said the week before that we were probably going to be playing Essex Rebels, so don't worry about it. The main thing is we're here. It's the semi-finals.
And there's no way it comes back here next week, is there? We are definitely done, aren't we?
Storm are going to Manchester. Whoever wins this game plays up in Manchester in the final.
So first guess in there, or there's a couple more. Mike scoring first, Jack first to free. And the other way round, Jack first and then Mike. Let's see who gets it right.
Mike Williams, 5 points, 2 assists and a rebound early for the Storm. And Max Richardson's 4 points, leading the way for Worthing Thunder, who will run a tight rota, 7 or 8 players. It'll be interesting to see how deep Hemel go. They've already had 7 players on court. Now it's Bodie, as they spread the floor perfectly, got all the way to the hoop.
I see Hafiz's checked in there as well, so you know, mixing this bench, coming from the bench, which we know is going to be a big factor this evening.
But they need energy. Great hands by Mike. You need energy coming off the bench. Guys that can be really positive in maybe limited minutes, 3, 4, 5 minutes. And it keeps the starters fresh and everybody involved. Crawford inside. And that's a really good spin. And a little jump hook. That's a tough move.
Yeah, Abdul looking for the elbow there and wondering where the call was for that. Gets tough inside.
It is. It's playoff basketball. Whatever it takes within the rules. Now going left again. Drains it. And he's shaking his head and looks at the Storm bench. They can't guard me, the Rutgers star is thinking. And at the moment, that's playing out. Big screen by Crawford. Just reminded him that he's bigger than Mike. Mike bounces off the screen and there's a whistle for a foul. And no call to being given here, Si. This is
none expected. Is, you know, it's all about this game. It's all about who goes on and extends their season. Let's go Storm.
Absolutely. It's on Ward to Crawford. Goes into Hafiz, who's got to stand as big and strong as he can, and he does. Then it's a team effort on rebounds, and they get it. Great hands from Greg Polian. He pushes it to Bodie in the open floor. Crossover outside to Mike, who attacks all the way and through the legs of Hafiz. Again, that was Mike maybe looking for the open player. Possibly could have pulled up for a short jump shot, but he's trying to get the guys involved. So
it's a hard one to grab for Abdul there, you know, down by his feet. He's got a long way to reach down there.
Ward to Crawford in the mid-post to Hafiz again. Bodie's coming to help all the way across. Good pass. And Ishmael in and out. Fontaine misses. Bodie gets it off Waleed. Just doing his job, Waleed Mamouni. And hesitation, and the whole defence stood up. That's how you do a hesitation dribble.
Bodie's bringing the moves, you know. We've got the round the back, the start of the hesitation, just really throwing these guys.
Yeah, that's super. Now 7-point lead for Storm. You've just got to keep the foot to the metal here. Wald, Fontaine, Zaire way downtown is in and out. And if they're gonna give them those sort of range shots, they've got to be shooting well to make those. Taylor misses that. Bodie off the screen from Wally. Catch, stops, and finishes! Hemel Storm are rolling. Are they going to quieten the Thunder tonight?
They've quietened the crowd so far.
There's a few Worthing Thunder officials here. Richardson left alone, and he's just long, and this is a really good stretch as we enter the last minute for the Hemel Storm. Williams inside, outside, crossover, off the glass, and he's fouled. He kept the Worthing Thunder defence guessing there, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, it's a great draw. Thunder just not finding their range from 3 points. You know, you live by the free and you can die by the free quite as easily. Just, again, a bit of Bodie play here.
And that's just Bodie. They're backing off, and then, well, just a little hesitation. You just stand up out of your defensive position, and he's just too quick, and he got all the way to the hoop, so no chance to block it. Mike hit the bus at the line.
Keep those guesses coming in.
He's averaging 21.5 points a game, and nearly 3 assists a game, so just having a standout season, especially the second half of the season. And now going into the playoffs, he's the leading man, and Greg can just concentrate on rebounds, playing defense. Nick Allen's in the game now. So Hemel up to 8 players used already in the first quarter, which is a great sign for for the team. And here comes Nick, Mr. Reliable, and always ready to go, and good decision by him to bring it out. Hands off to Hafiz. High screen from Tayu. Hafiz for three, just off. And Max Richardson will bring it up. Plenty of time, 10 seconds. Tom drains the mid-range two. Plenty of time for Hemel Storm to get a shot off. Mike Williams made the half-court shot last time out. We were here, and he just missed the three. And at the end of the first, Hemel Storm with a surge there in the last couple of minutes of the quarter. They lead 24-15.
It's you know, for Storm fans out there, it's great to see. Let's not be under any illusions. It doesn't take long for a team like Thunder to get that score back. They just got to find their rhythm and their range, and they'll be back at them.
Yeah, it's just an excellent burst there by Hemel Storm, and that's what they're going to need. 9 points for Mike, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers. Just the 2 turnovers in that quarter, and that's what they've got to do, Hemel Storm. Take care of the ball, only give Worthing Thunder 1 shot, and then get the rebounds, get Crawford off the balls, get Richardson off the balls. They're the top 2 rebounders for Worthing Thunder, and just, you know, it's going to be tough. You've got to get Crawford out of the post if they can. He's had some success getting in close, catching the ball with his 6'9" frame. He's the biggest player out there and the biggest threat near the hoop. So let's get the ball out of his hands and run. Because Worthing Thunder, and I think this is why Drew's maybe doing it, he's saying to Coach Stanley, I've already got 8 players in the game, and potentially Worthing Thunder will only play 8 the whole game.
Yeah.
So he's, Drew's feeling confident about his group. Talking to Jack yesterday, and Mike, obviously the comments from Mike, they've had a really good week's practice. They're ready for this.
Yeah, I just, again on the interview, which we'll show the second part in the half-time, really relaxed guys, really good fun evening. They were, really, some of the comments were really nice about the Storm fans. So they're missing you guys. So make sure you get your guesses in for the competition. Who scores first, who gets to free first.
Yeah, and I think that's great that there's the connection both ways with the fans, fans to players and players to fans, and that's what makes Hemel Storm such a special club. And what great success they're having as Bonnell's in the game now. That's 9 players used, and inside to Greg, little step away and drains the 2. Of course, Greg's been staying at Jack's place all season and last season, and it's just a real family feel for the team, and this is where it's really going to be important. Today of all days, a spin move in mid-air, ball's loose. Tayu with another rebound. He had 11 rebounds last week. Levi 13 rebounds. They're going to need more of that today. And Bodie is rolling. He's having a ball game, the former Barking Abbey.
Yeah, one thing on the big game against Thunder before is 3 of the guys were 30 points plus, and Bodie's bringing his game to it.
Crawford, tough move, hard jump stop. And he puts it up off the glass, and they've just got to play at both ends today at a high level. Hemel Storm. Hafiz left open, just long. Ward with the rebound. Jack and Tom got to go hard against each other. Richardson. Now Tom in the post against Bodie, and that's a foul. Bodie reaching round. Didn't want Tom to get set there and get into his motion on his back to the basket move. So.
Tom Ward been with Thunder since 2015. Before that he was out in America playing first D1 and then D2 for 3 seasons. Played in Spain also, so plenty of experience.
Yeah, played at McDonald's Tenerife, and he's just a top player, and has done a lot with BTM, with the Christmas tournament, and some of the travel that they give for young players around the world. A year for 3, and you absolutely called it right. Only takes a minute for Worthing Thunder to start getting back into it. 8-point lead for Storm. They've got to hang tough. Mike Darlow said there's going to be ups and downs and bumps in the road today. Stick together, Bonnell. And the ball comes loose, but Greg with a good hands again. Greg, he's going to pull up, and he's just off, and then he's in. And that is the home court roll.
A long 2. Deserved that 3.
offensive foul as Brown comes in. Josh Brown. 9 minutes on a rebound last week.
Mike and
against
Levi
Tennessee.
checking back in for the Storm. 8 minutes to go in this first half. 10 lead for Storm.
Sunderland in. Jack Sunderland played 34 minutes last week, 6 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists. Didn't play in the first round against BA, so let's see what Sunderland can do for the Thunder. And Storm have got to keep him quiet as well. Inside, Greg versus Zaire, little fade away, and doesn't quite get it to go. A lot of fade on that shot for Greg. 10-point the advantage. Tom Wald behind the screen, and he's just short. He's got a lot to live up to from last week, and I had a little back and forth with him as he walked in. I said, just good game last week, but just calm down for this week. And well, at the moment, he's paying attention to that.
It's Graham. Graham's the secret. Great. Oh, it's unlucky there. Mike
Again.
trying to pass off to Jack.
They've got to get back in D. Zaire, long, and good rebound again by Greg, but he can run. Cross court, Williams attacks the closeout, back out to Jack, wide open, it's off right, it's air ball, but it ends up in Storm hands, and they get the 2, and is this the day when luck is smiling on the Hemel Storm?
Thunder giving up plenty of second chances to Storm, and they're grabbing them with both hands, really going for it.
Not a shot, interesting release from Crawford, but it finds the bottom of the net, that's all that matters. 32-22. Moving the ball crisply. Jack has to stop, gives it to Greg on the opposite elbow, turns around and drains the 2, and over 6'9" Crawford. That is a tough move, Si.
It's, I didn't hit replay. I forget to hit replay because unlucky there from Crawford. But being a fan, I want to see it, and I forget. I'm watching the game. It's privileged as we are to be here live.
Good D from Greg there. Now Mike pulls up from behind the 3. Nothing but net, and Storm have rebuilt their lead, and Thunder have to call time. And they just look a little bit forlorn there, because whatever they throw at them, Storm are coming back stronger.
Mike just stepping up there.
These handoffs are just great because they act as a screen as well, and Mike is ready to go. Little left-hand dribble, drains the 3, and it's nothing but net at the moment for Williams. He's completely in the flow, and I think going back to the messages pre-game, all the love and support he's getting from his family, as is Greg, as all the players are, it must mean so much to him.
Yeah.
Such a difficult year for him, and he's got all that love across the...
we weren't far calling it off the Michael Williams good luck video, but everyone else joined in there, so it was just about enough. 14
points already, 3 rebounds, 2 assists for Williams. Tayu, 5 points. Greg Polin, 8 points, 7 rebounds. He's already well on the way to a double-double, doing what those two do, and everybody getting involved tonight for Hemel Storm on and off the floor. And as for Worthing, they've got a rebound. They've got to stop the second shots of second chance opportunities of Storm if they want to stay in this game. And
good to see the comments coming through there. Some of you just checking in now, but don't forget, make sure you get your names in for the competition at half-time.
18 points in the paint for the Storm at the moment. Second chance points 5. They've got to keep that going. Richardson behind the back. Good job by Tayu. He attacks, fades away and drains it. And Max Richardson continues to impress for the Worthing Thunder.
Coach Stanley taking a time out there, trying to get this momentum back on Thunder's side. Working so far.
Behind the back by Levi. Greg versus Zaire. What a good matchup that is. Inside pass to Williams. The 1-2 punch for Storm working right there.
Such a hard job for Thunder. They've got 3-4 guys to mark and make sure that they don't get to the basket. but anyone can step up.
And when they're all performing and all playing loose and making good decisions, and good D by Jack on the help there, but Thunder retain possession. Crawford spins, and he is a real handful when he goes into his post moves. As another whistle.
Greg catching up with Mike here.
Yeah, that's just wonderful pass. And he showed that when they double teamed him when Shaquille Lewis came in the game in the previous rounds, and gave Shaquille basket after basket because they double teamed Greg. And the inbounder gets the pass back. Breakdown in communication there for Storm as Tom Wall drains the two.
Great to see Alex Scotland-Williamson stepping on court this evening. That's all the players. No, we've got one more to go. Shaquille.
Ewan and Shaquille. But, you know, and hopefully they will get on, because Williamson is going to be huge today to try and take care of Crawford, just so they can go head to head. Richardson. Long range two is in and out, and rebounded Tayu, who continues his impressive season. And he spoke so eloquently about his journey that's found himself for Storm. Jack, the local boy, he hasn't travelled far to be here. Barking Academy, St Mary's School in Cheshunt, England Junior. Come on, Jack. Mike goes left again, and it's short. Just over 4 minutes remaining. Wald bounce past the Sunderland. Back to Wald, long range two, and it's nothing but net. And we mustn't, if you're a Hemel Storm player and the coach, you can't let Tom Wald go like that.
Yeah, I just wonder, I felt Tom had the outside shot outside the 3-point, but decided to step inside. Maybe just feeling like it's not happening for him outside the arc this evening. Is that a conscious decision by him?
Well, he was 4 of 8 from 3 last week, 53, nearly 54% from the field, 14 of 26 from the field, so really efficient last week, and 11 rebounds. He just was doing everything last week. I think watching the game, he was playing without thinking, completely on instinct. And, you know, in transition there and semi-transition, knocking that down, you know, really smart play off the inbounds on the baseline, and no one picked him up. You know, that's often an option, whether it's sideline or baseline. Get the inbounder makes the pass and then just hustles to a spot for a catch and shoot and or a layup. So, you know, breakdown there. But Drew's called a really good timeout, halt the momentum. They've had a couple of buckets, stop that, and let's get back on them. Let's get back on them when we start after this massive 4 minutes in the context of this game.
Such a privilege to have Graham working with us. You know, the technical know-how there, really getting it across to everyone. Hope you enjoy his commentary. Storm just taking their time to come out from the timeout. The mind game started already.
Well, it is a big fight. They're just a bit of sparring been going on, and then Hemel Storm have landed a few big punches, and now Worthing Thunder have got to try and get their legs back and get back in the game. That's what the Worthing Thunder fans are going to want. The Hemel Storm fans, we know, are going to be out there cheering as we are here high above the court in our elevated position, which gives us a beautiful bird's eye view of that shot from Teo Fusi. Good rebound by Jack. He recycles the ball, and that might be a foul by Jack Sunderland. Great hustle by both teams.
A great work by Jack there behind the basket, making sure he gets the ball and recycles it to draw the foul. No one on shots yet, so.
Well, that hustle and his defense in particular, that's what's going to keep him on the floor. Not necessarily how many threes he's going to make. He's got to get his defense right and get some rebounds. I'll tell you, to Bodie. Jack, he's got Tom Wald in his face and he's just short. That was a good look though from Jack Bernal. Zaire, 11-point lead. And Zaire backing down Bodie, he pushes off Bodie. Ishmael Fontaine is open, he's just short rebound. Mike, and he's just such a strong all-round player, Mike Williams. About crossover, Bodie looking for options. Jack lifts to the top. Jack needed to dive on that, but Zaire Taylor does.
But they're stepping up on that hustle now.
This is a big play, but Jack gets it back, crosses over, but Zaire steals it back. Crawford finishes, and in the end, on those exchanges, Worthing Thunder come out on top.
A couple of mistakes there by both teams. Thunder getting the reward.
But next time, Zaire got down to that loose ball. Zaire's 34. You know, Jack's 10 years his junior. Jack's just got to dive on the ball. If it ends up landing on his head or on his body, or even if there's a foul, he's showing the intent there to get on the floor. I'm going to, you know, I can shoot. I'm a good shooter. I'm going to battle you head to head all the way through this game for every loose ball. And Scotland Williamson, that's some good minutes for him there. It's been such a tough season for him, coming into the team off a quad injury, and unfortunately I think on the back of that issue there's been some others as well, and but just great to see him out on the floor.
Absolutely. Storm with the ball. 9-point lead, 2:40 to go.
Cody attacks 3 or 4 players, good defence on the collapse there by Worthing Thunder. 2.5 minutes remaining in the second. Bennell on Wald. Wald attacks, left hand finish, and Worthing Thunder slowly but surely inching their way back into this game.
Great crossover from Ward.
Pulls up, quick release. That is so tough by Mike Williams. Unreal shot.
Let's just watch Tom with his crossover to get to the basket.
That's tough, and Jack, he just shimmied to the right. Jack bit on it. And it's just a tough finish. Left hand, his weak hand. He's a top player, as you say. College, playing abroad, and then very heavily involved in the Worthing Thunder and South Coast basketball there with the academy that he runs, the South Coast Academy, bringing through the young players and all the work that he's doing with the team here. But they've got to find a way to stop him. Got to ruffle their feathers. They've got to get in their face.
It's been a while. We've kind of got up to a 12-point lead, and now it's 9 right now. You know, the game's in its tipping balance early on in this first half. Or sorry, late in the first half. See how this one's going to go. 2:16 to go.
With the rotations, you know, Greg is able to sit and conserve his energy. He has got 2 fouls, so it's important that the other guys coming in make sure they steady the ship. Half-court basketball. And Crawford is going to try and back his way in. He does all the way, and he gets to the basket and causing real issues. Now with Crawford. Alabama College in the States. Hand off Bodie. Ball's not loose by Zaire. He's in the top few in the whole league on steals, over 2 a game. Good rebound by Richardson. 7-point lead for the Storm.
Thunder bench really getting into this game, coach, cheering them on all the way.
Zone 2 is off by Tom Wald. Just inside the 3-point arc. Hemel Storm, this is where they need to be tough. That's just off right by Jack. Quick release. Now they got to be tough. Jack's got Zaire Taylor to deal with. And he's going to back Jack down. Taylor's got to come with the help. Fake by Ishmael, back to Zaire. He can let it go from there. Jab step, brings it back. Almost a steal by Williams. Attack by Fontaine, and good play right at the shot clock buzzer. And Worthing Thunder on a roll. And they're leading this quarter. And Storm leading the game by 5. Tayu to Mike, tries to go left. And Ishmael got dragged out. He didn't want to get Mike scoring on him there, but he commits the foul.
35 to go, and 5 points lead to Storm. Thunder really come back at them hard. It's just to up that hustle a bit more.
Yeah, they're diving on the floor by Zaire, but they're making their shots. Crawford, Wald, a little drop off to Richardson, and there goes Mike Williams, just attacking, exploding past the closeout. And gets them well, much needed too for Hemel Storm, and now Worthing Thunder can take the last possession of this half, and what an intriguing first half it has been here at the Hart Sports Village within the grounds of the Hertfordshire University. Zaire Taylor behind the back. Mike's on him. He turns. Looks for a pass. It's going to run out of time. Great defense from the Hemel Storm as momentum shifts slightly in their direction as the second quarter comes to an end. And some of that play there was edge of the seat stuff, exactly what we wanted. What a great spectacle this is.
Yeah, what a great half. We kind of figured it was going to be a good game, and the guys are bringing it for us. So, half-time shout. So we've still got our competition. I'm going to run the second part of the interview we did with the guys right now, just for the next 10 minutes. Time for you to get your guesses in. So you've got to guess out of Mike, Greg and Jack, who scores the first halfway shot, and then who's the first 1 to 3. Make sure you get your guess in. 2 names while we run this second part of the interview. Levi, come to you next.
Probably I'd have to say the O2 Arena. I had a stint with Leicester Riders, and we went to a lot of finals when I was there. And every time I went to the O2 Arena, which was the playoff final, it was an amazing experience. Even just from walking in the changing rooms, everything from start to finish when you go to the O2 Arena.
And what kind of crowd would that have been in front of?
I just know it was big. I don't even know.
Big. All the way up the side.
I don't want to put a number out there and be wrong. I don't know, but it's yeah. And it was pretty packed. Most finals are packed. So yeah.
Bode, let's come to you next.
I think it was probably the K54 tournament in France, probably one of the best street ball basketball I've been involved. Like, it was literally, you got celebrities, you got games, you got professional athletes, you got NBA players. Yeah, it was really, really K54. If you ever get a chance to go, I think you should definitely go. It was really nice, really cool.
Mike?
Madison Square Garden.
In Madison Square Garden, not outside, inside.
Not inside, where the Knicks play. Definitely, that's probably the best experience I've ever been a part of. Just playing with like all the people you admire play that. So that was pretty cool.
And who was that for?
Yeah, that was for Rutgers.
Right. Teo, that's a tough one to come up on, but you're going to be here.
I was going to say, that's pretty tough to follow. When I was a junior, we went out to Germany for a little tour, basketball tour competition thing, and we played at the Alba Berlin Arena, wherever they play at, which was really cool for us because it was like our first time seeing something like that, experiencing, the massive stadium, the change rooms and everything. And it was pretty good experience.
Are you young? How old were you then?
So we were 17 at the time.
Okay.
So yeah, 17. Around 17.
Not a lot of people have a pre-game ritual, food they eat, something they put on, an item of clothing. Let's hear your quirky ones. Let's go straight back to you, Teo. You look like you're enjoying this question.
Okay, so I have a playlist. I can't even say what my playlist is.
Oh dear.
Let's just say I have a lot of old school R&B corny songs that I wouldn't play in the changing room. And sometimes I'm sitting by the bench when I do my little pre-game stretch, and I'm listening to a song in my ear, and I'm just laughing to myself because I'm like, if my teammates knew what I was listening to, I'll probably get a bit of a grilling. But
I get it, right. I believe I can fly.
You nasty.
Mike, what's your pre-game ritual?
To be honest, I listen to gospel music, and then I walk around the court and say, I do a circle prayer around the court. Basically, a circle prayer is something that you pray over something that you want to manifest and something that you want to have in your life, and I just walk around the court.
Awesome. Bode, come to you next.
Pre-game ritual. I don't know if I have one, but I do when I get in change. without keeping it PG. I might probably take off all of my clothes and put it on. He doesn't wear take the t-shirt off and then put the vest on and take the trousers. I have to take it all off and then put it all on. That's a ritual.
Wait, what?
Normally it's a sock. You just do the whole clothes.
Yeah, the whole.
As long as you're not like Waleed, bro.
Levi, let's come to you next. Beat that one.
I don't really have a pre-game ritual either, to be fair. I don't really. A lot of people listen to music, but I don't really listen to music. I never have. The one thing I do, I'll always eat salmon and pasta. Like that's kind of like a go-to meal. I normally eat before a game.
Greg, you got a pre-match ritual, I'm hoping.
Just really good music, honestly speaking. Good music and a prayer. That's really it. And the music got to be kind of like really good for me. If I'm singing along and I'm nodding my head, I'm pretty sure they heard me. They see me doing it. I get really amped up and into the game, and then a nice little prayer before the game. Just wishing everybody, safety and wishing us the best and guidance, things of that nature. That's it, really. That's my ritual, to be fair. That's it.
Great. Thank you. Okay, last question. Difficult one because the season's still going. So I just want to kind of, can you pick something out of this season, a highlight? It might be a play. It might be something that's happened in the club. It might be something that's happened in the team. But just, one highlight from each. I'm going to come to you first, Mike. Just the one thing that stood out this season so far.
The one thing that stood out to me is I'll never forget the tail guy in trouble with that ref for no reason. That was the funniest thing ever. He got in trouble with the ref for no reason. That was like it was crazy. But then the next game he had like 7 threes in a row. So like that, I'll never forget that.
Okay, Bode, the one highlight this season, the highlight.
I feel about sounding too much like a teacher's pet, but I feel like the expansion of Hemel Storm YouTube channel, obviously with yourself and Graham doing the commentary. I remember way back before this season, I used to watch games, but I watch games it's like white silent and we were doing something else. But now I like to sort of listen to to the excitement and what you guys are saying, really. So I feel like that's just the growth. I think just the growth, especially these times where there's no fans, so you kind of miss that interaction, but you sort of gain it from listening to Hemel Storm TV and those videos that the fans do. I think that goes a long way. It goes a long way and definitely helps.
We're now calling them the Mike Williams good luck video.
Oh yeah, right? The dancing mom, yeah.
Oh yeah.
We got a few for tomorrow. It's a lot of Mike. That's brilliant, Bode. Thank you. Appreciate the response. Levi.
My highlight is like the beginning of the season when we was going through the Lynch Trophy and going through all the games when we was in one venue at Oaklands. It was that's when it really didn't feel like a regular basketball season. And then I think our first away trip was to Cheshire in the BBL trophy, the trophy or cup or one of them. I think trophy. And then just the whole experience of getting back on a bus, like traveling up north, like just all joking around on the bus, like MJ and LeBron conversations, like all of that was just like that was really a highlight for me because it's just like that's when the season started to feel somewhat normal again.
Just getting with your teammates.
Yeah, just coming out of COVID and coming out of obviously the crazy year that happened. And just since then, it's felt a little bit more normal and a little bit more like a season, and just all the team coming together and talking all the way up. And even though we lost, it was just a good like team building time. Like it when we really got to know each other. That was one of my highlights for me.
Okay.
Wait, hold up, Simon, MJ, LeBron.
Don't start that debate.
MJ, I mean, I only know MJ. Greg, your highlight of the season so far.
Levi really stole mine, but it's I'm gonna have to just go with the chemistry between us. Like not even obviously on the bus rides and stuff like that too, but even after practice, after the games and stuff like that in the locker room, joking around, listening to music and things of that nature. That's just been amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of fun. It's been a journey. You know what I'm saying? This season has been very long, but I feel like we're so much together now as a team. We grew together as players and as a team that I'm gonna miss it, man. To be honest, I'm gonna miss it, man. It was a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, a lot of joking around, and that's pretty.
That's great. Thank you for that insight. So, Teo, leaving you to the final one.
Well, I was gonna say Levi took what I was gonna say. Our bus journeys are one of the best bus journeys you ever come across. Like we should definitely start like a YouTube series where we have all the different sections of the journey. We have Mike Williams prank calling people. We got our debates, we got our scenarios. Oh, we got scenarios that don't even make sense, but we're still debating for the next 2 hours. It's honestly one of the best things that you can have as a basketball team or a group of people that you can spend a lot of time with. It really, really built our chemistry, and I think without that, we still would have come where we are now. But it took us there. It took us to where we are right now, and it really helped. It really helped us, gain that chemistry that we didn't have at the start. And like Greg said, we're gonna miss it. Definitely gonna miss it. But apart from that, it's just shout out to everyone, man. Shout out to everyone that's supported from the beginning, all the volunteers that have helped make sure everything went really smoothly throughout the season, and just everyone involved in the club. Like it's been a challenge just to get the season going in itself. So getting to this point now, like it's a massive achievement for everyone.
What a great way to end. That's superb. Once again, guys, I know it's your Friday night. I really appreciate it. And I'm sure the Storm fans will appreciate your time taken out, just to touch base with them. I know they miss you. I miss the crowd. I miss getting that vibe from the crowd. But it's not too long. Hopefully next season starts, we're back there. Good luck tomorrow. I'll be getting names wrong and saying some wrong stuff all the way through, but that's my job. And let's hope we've got 2 more games to go. Thank you very much, all of you.
Thanks, Simon.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you, Simon.
Okay, we're just going to cut it there. That's the end of the interview. We'll be putting up on YouTube next week. So now we're going to just run the competition for the halfway shot. Enjoy.
Gregory Coleman, number Storm, number 21. Mike Williams, number 0, number 2. Number 7, that is so great.
Let's go!
There you go. I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll be looking out for the winners and making sure you get a prize once again. There we go. Perfect timing. Back in for the second half, Graham. What can we expect?
Well, more of that. Welcome back, everybody. Great, more great interviews there, and some insights from the players. And that 3-point long-distance challenge there, won by Greg. That's a good little scout for him to have. We're going to need plenty of that in the second half. Some big shots, some big plays, a lot of defence, and Storm are going to have to improve. They're just 3 of 15 from behind the arc at the moment. Worthing 3 of 13, so not a great 3-point performance from either team. 7-point lead for Storm. They've got to have a good start to this quarter. They've got to try and drag that lead back up, double digits, and keep control of this talented Thunder team.
So often these kind of games, they're just hard for the guys to play the way they want to play. But
good pass in by Crawford to Max Richardson, but he just can't get it to go. 2 leading rebounders for the team combining there. But Hemel Storm doing just enough. So Polian, Bodie, Levi, Mike and Tayu on the floor. Back to the starting 5, but good rotation of the roster by Drew Spinks, showing a lot of confidence in his team, and that's what they're going to need. It's a total team effort to get this done. They need to turn and get the shot up. Mike spins and he gets it to go, and the shooter's touch right there for Mike Williams.
Just a great release to get it in the basket.
Nice finish though, left hand for Max Richardson. Beautiful play by both teams. 7-point lead for Hemel Storm. 1 minute gone by in the third. Levi inside to Greg, deep in the post, steps through and gets it to go against the bigger Howard Crawford. That's a good sign for Greg Polian, showing he can score from 2 feet as well as half court. Richardson just off, and a good start for Hemel Storm.
Greg working really hard inside there to get it to go, but both times so far it's done the job.
Well, I think the fact that Scotland Williamson has been in, given Greg a blow because he got a couple of fouls early, has got to help, as Mike Williams misses a long-range effort, and Tom Ward, 8 points in the first half, and foot violation from Levi.
Levi and Greg recognising Tom Wood coming down court there and both stepping out to make sure that he doesn't have the easy shot.
Yeah, he was just got to his spots a couple of times too easily in the second quarter. 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. And just gets that off.
Storm not giving him the easy shot, are they? They're really getting in his face and doing a good number.
I think they've got again, Worthing Thunder have got a few different options, as do Hemel Storm, and Bodie attacks left hand, slows down with his stride, and Wald can't cope with it. Great job by Bodie. Zaire Taylor, pass fakes. Ives is there waiting. And good steal by Bodie, and he's off to the races, and he gets it to go, and just the start that Hemel Storm needed, and I'm sure what Drew Spinks demanded, they've got it, and they force a timeout.
Bodie faking, then going inside all the way to the basket, left-handed layup, just simple. It's just really nice to see.
And that's why any kids watching, you've got to finish with your left hand in that situation from the left side. If he tries to go right-handed, he could get blocked by Tom, but great play by Bodie and the Hemel Storm team, sticking together, which they talked about so much with their season together. The guys you interviewed yesterday, and they're really showing some togetherness and some resilience here.
It was so much fun, you know. It felt like we were on there for ages. It ended up being 30, 40 minutes. And I thought, that's okay, I'll edit that down to 10 minutes. But it just 27 minutes that we got it down to. It was just, the guys was just so open, you know, really good characters. Talking to Teo, who I haven't had that much privilege to talk to him this season, and a really funny guy. Levi bringing, you know, some real stories there. And now we know what Bodie does before a game, which you just can't unsee.
I don't want to see. This is a family show, you know, so. Hey, whatever it is, if he's playing like this, he can do, well, we'll leave it there. He's doing a nice job at the moment. 12 points, 4 assists for the Hemel Storm's number 5, Richardson. Tom Wald wants the ball. Crawford gets it in the corner. That's where they want Crawford, not close by. Long range is off, and that's a great rebound by Tayu. And this is similar to when Hemel Storm had their run in the first half. This time, when they get the run and get the lead up, which they've done, they've just got to put this game to bed. Bodie attacks, and he almost finishes, gets blocked by Zaire Taylor. Ball's loose, spin dribble by Zaire. Shirt hanging out as he passes it ahead, but Levi Knoll with a steal. Great pass ahead. Williams drops it over the top. Everything going well for Storm, both ends of the floor side.
Definitely feels that way. You know, long range shot, that doesn't fall. Don't get the rebound. Storm working hard on defense, but don't quite get the roll there. Thunder will get the ball. He's calling in the sub. Sunderland coming in. Fan favourite for Worthing Thunder.
Yeah, well, Jack played a lot of minutes last week. Ives is one of the supporting cast, and Hemel Storm have just got to push it now. Zaire, let's go for a long range, and that's almost frustration a little bit there from Zaire. Didn't let the play develop and just let it go. Bodie.
Someone wants to be a hero, but sometimes you've got to rely on your teammates.
Greg, round arm pass, Tayu! What a catch and spin, and Hemel Storm on the verge of breaking this game completely open. Tom Wald, Zaire doesn't hesitate, and why would you when you can drain it from deep? Wow, what a game, and what a clash in styles in ways as well, and both teams effective. Mike Williams just short, doesn't get the roll this time. Wald attacks through the legs, crosses over. Zaire steps into a deep three, and he just off left. Good rebound by Levi Knoll. 13 rebounds last week against the Bradford Dragons. Their fire was put out. Thunder have been quietened for the moment, but here they come again off the steal by Taylor behind the back. Richardson all alone. Misses the open 2.
Game in the balance, I feel like now, Thunder need a score. Storm can pull away.
Back to Bodie. High screen. Behind the arc. Into Tayu. Spins. 1 foot step back. Is just off. Wald penetrate kick. Richardson from deep is good for 3. Nothing but net. Nice assist by Tom Wald.
Richardson getting himself going, he wants his team to join in there.
Richardson up to double digits. Crawford on 11. Taylor on 9. Wald on 8. Penetrate kick. Bodie wide open. He's off left. Rebound. Greg! That is tough work from Greg Polian. Leading player for the Storm and a leading player in this league. Richardson, power dribble, has to go back outside. Polian now gets the steal, and it's just those intangibles now that are getting the job done for Hemel Storm. The hustle, the deflections. Looks for the pass, he takes the shot, and he drains the 2 right in front of Max Richardson, who couldn't do anything about it. And Greg Polian now taking over for Hemel Storm.
Storm really pushing on this game, they're up by 14-8 in the quarter. Doing a really good job. Foul call.
Levi Knoll with a foul. Crawford, he's got so many moves inside once he gets into the key. 15-point lead for the Storm.
See what we've got on our replay. A lot of action right there.
And that was the miss from Bodie, but great anticipation from Greg. There was 3 Worthing Thunder players there. He reacted first, got the score. Richardson back to the inbounder. This time, the extra pass, and Crawford can't get it to go.
Yeah, they're just the ones that, he's so close to the basket. He's got to will it in, and the roll doesn't go.
Looks inside to Greg first, Wally, but here comes Bodie. Steps through, off the glass, and he's putting it together just when Storm need it most. Bodie Adiola, that is a tough move.
He's got to look up and just see trees in front of him, arms there, but he doesn't care.
Off for Zaire, ball loose. Good job by Sunderland. back to Zaire. He may let it go from there. Sunderland attacks. Ward, quick release as always, and he drains the two. And what a great British talent Tom Ward is.
This game ain't done yet.
Don't go anywhere. 61, we can't go anywhere. 61-46. And too close there on the pass. Here comes Sunderland, one-on-one with Bodie, and he gets the roll just off. Bodie with the foul, going shoulder to shoulder with Sunderland.
Bodie questioning where that foul was.
Just a little bit too close there on the pass, and that was a foul. And good play from Sunderland, protecting the ball. Tayu coming out, and Jack in, and big few minutes for Jack. Defensively as much as offensively, as Sunderland knocks down the free throw. Over 82% from the free throw line.
Quick quarter there, Graham. You know, we're down to 3 minutes, 2 minutes 49 right now. It's going away.
Yeah, it's just totally engrossing, this game. It's just wonderful basketball. Great advert for English and British basketball yet again. National Basketball League Division 1 delivering at the highest level. Bodie, there's Zaire. That's why he's one of the leading steals guys in the league. And then Sunderland joins in. And they just attacked the ball out of nowhere there. Got the ball into the corner along the sideline where they wanted it. The sideline then becomes the defensive player's friend, and they almost get the steal.
No one really in foul trouble this game. Only two players on 3 fouls, so we're going to see the full roster all the way through this, I guess. Jack now on court.
And Drew's got to make a decision. Can he keep rotating? Just keep guys coming in without any levels dropping. Mike just forcing it. He's trapped. Somebody will be open. Greg Getz pulls up. He's off the glass and in, and he's really feeling it. Good hands for a big man. Polian, 14 points, 9 rebounds. Tom Ward back to Zaire, wide open for 3 is long. Good defense by Jack, but Tom Ward this time on the offensive glass with a tip-in.
Great put back by Ward there, presence of mind to be there and make sure it gets in. 13-point game.
That time of the game, Mike Williams drains it, the quickest release in UK basketball maybe. And you just cannot guard him when he elevates that quick. Tom Ward, Crawford, great pass, and beautiful play by Max Richardson. Really impressed by this young man.
Just really patient under the basket, wait for the players to go up, so they come down, he elevates for the easy 2.
Mike Williams, bounce pass, and Jack just fumbles it. It was wide open. Williams goes left. And just the first time in the game, they dive on the loose ball again. Tom Ward for 3, in and out, but Richardson gets the rebound.
And the one.
Richardson just hustles right to the end, and Jack couldn't stop him. And Richardson to the line for 2.
Richardson going for the extra point. Bring it down to an 11-point game if he hits it. He does.
It's just that. And he's having another big night, Richardson. Storm have got to respond. Molly. Williams gets the ball, spins quickly, wide open. Bernal. This is everything. Jack just can't quite get it to go at the moment. Outside, Bodie for 3. He's off. Jack gets the rebound almost, but Tom wrestles it back. Ward attacks and bounce pass to Crawford, who drops it over the top. And just when you think Thunder are starting to creak, they come back as strong as ever.
Yeah, they're not letting this game go. They've got it down to a 9-point game again. 20 to go, Storm, and they give up again. but they're going to get it back. 16 seconds.
Crawford overthrows the outlet. Hemel can get the last play. This is huge to get momentum into the fourth quarter. Bodie attacks Richardson. This is tough. Jack, catch, shoot. He's just off. And time expires at the end of the third. And a real back and forth battle. Hemel Storm were in charge with a 15-point lead.
Just show you some of the stats that are going on there.
And it's now 11-point lead, and Richardson 18 points for him, leading the way for Thunder, and Mike Williams 27 points to follow on from the 30 from last week. Greg with 16 and 14 for Teo. Bodie's having a good game as well, but it's really all going to be down to which team holds their nerve, can finish this job off. And credit to Worthing Thunder side, they have been down and almost out, but they're coming back. They're still 9 down. So again, same tactics for Storm. Start quick in this fourth quarter. Get Worthing Thunder on the back foot. Don't let them get back in the game, because let's not let them linger around and the chance of maybe going to OT, or let's just push them away now. And that's going to be easier said than done, but Storm have just got to play some perfect basketball for the next 3-4 minutes and see where that takes them.
Yeah, quarter score, they're not quite right, just updated there, but it's all very close in the quarters. Storm just taking the advantage over 2 of them. Now's the big one, the fourth quarter. This is where you go home or you go strong.
Yeah, it is. The losers of this game, the season's over. The winners go to Manchester for the playoff final, and Hemel Storm finishing the league in third, which has given them home court advantage, as it's turned out throughout these playoffs, with Worthing Thunder beating Thames Valley Cavaliers last week. But of course, the Thunder are going to be riding on that crest of the wave with the confidence that they've built from beating Thames Valley Cavaliers. Of course, Storm came so close, beating the Cavaliers themselves in overtime. They've beaten the Thunder twice in the regular season, but it's all down to this: making plays, defense, offense, sticking together. And Hemel Storm are where they want to be. If you'd given Drew a 9-point lead with 10 minutes of regulation to go, he'd snap your hand off.
And they get the ball back at the start of this final quarter, the final game at the University of Hearts.
And what a great venue it's been, and the staff have been wonderful. And
right from day one, they've done everything to accommodate us, put us on the show court where we deserve to be, and it's just a great place to be, and really good Wi-Fi.
Well, that helps. Bodie hesitates for a moment, and a good decision as he drains the three. Now they got to play D. Crawford back out to Zaire. He can shoot from there, and Tom can take that as well. Don't let him get to his spot. And he just draws the defense in as he hesitates. A little bit of a Bodie move there, just almost come to a stop. The defense overbalances, and Tom will go to the line for 2 shots.
Great to see your comments in the chat there. I think everyone's on their edge of their seats.
We can't sit down. We're standing up.
Well, you could. You're tall enough to stay over the top.
I want to be standing up for this one for sure. This is what the team have worked for, the organisation, the volunteers. Your good self, volunteer of the year for Hemel Storm, and just keep delivering every week, Simon. Great job.
Yeah, I think I've pushed Lee, who sets all our streams up and videos up, to the limit. Might get the 2 to go there. Every week I say, can we do this? Can we do that? Can we try this? Yeah. And he delivers, and a really great job. A great team, and having Graham on the commentary is just superb.
So Williams for 2, and Tom responds for 2. And proved to be a thriller, and it is living up to the billing.
Storm want to let these 24 seconds go down as long as they can before they take the shot on, and making sure they get the right shot.
Bodie, that's tough. But Williams gets in amongst the defensive rebounders of Worthing Thunder, and he's going to go to the line for 2 shots, and an outstanding performance from the Rutgers D1 college player, and again, interesting talking to Mike about rushes and the amount of people he's played in front of. So playing in front of the crowd at Hemel is, it's a great thing for him.
He did say that 450 Storm fans can make more noise than 17,000 American fans.
Exactly.
Good to hear for you guys.
And what a thrill to have him back and now really delivering. And he's just got the rest of the guys have just, what mustn't happen, I think, is if Mike continues to be hot, the guys must keep moving, keep looking for their options as well. Mike will find them with the assists if he's double or triple teamed. Here goes Tom, attacking, left hand floater, off Crawford. 1 attempt, 2 attempts. Levi with another big rebound. He's a good rebounder, Levi Nola, 6'6". Catch, shoot, splash! Mike Williams is unconscious. And Hemel Storm have their biggest lead of the night, 76-70. What have Worthing Thunder got left? Ball hits the top of the backboard. Walled again, right time, right place. Free throw line jump shot, no good. And finally, Teo. Some big punches being thrown there in boxing terms. Mike Williams nearly with the...
At speed there, he just couldn't quite get the presence of mind.
Too much speed there. Walled, eyes up all the time, looking for options. Mike gets back in the nick of time, and wonderful play from Mike Williams, and he's doing it all literally for Hemel Storm here.
Yeah, they're the bits that win you the game, the hustle, making sure it doesn't go out, they get the ball back, and then they've just got to put the score in.
And that's what the crowd will understand, and even if a non-basketball person walked into this arena, someone diving on a loose ball is great. Polian right at the shot clock buzzer, and the foul, I think, as well. So Mike takes over for a moment. Greg delivers immediately after.
Let's go for this hustle, Graham.
Yeah, he's just got, it's good timing that he's a little bit behind the play, but he didn't give up on it. Levi's loving it as well, giving him, come on, let's go, Mike. He's really appreciating that, and that's going to warm yourself to the fans, and your teammates and your coaches are going to love you. If your best player is your hardest worker, you've got a chance, and it's really living that out right now.
Yeah, and then he goes straight down the other end, gets the 2 points and the 1. So, we can get this to 77, a 17-point lead if he can put this one in. Sorry, the scoreboard clicks up one more, 78-60 at the minute. Can he take it to 79?
Well, and that was... it's great play by Hemel Storm, and Polian with that latest 2, just, as the top players will do. You've done your stuff, Mike. I'm going to do this now and get us 3 more points, hopefully. And Worthing Thunder have had such a big playoff run. 7:22 to go, loads of time left. How much energy and how much great play have Worthing Thunder got left now, because they're really on the ropes. Hemel Storm have got to deliver the knockout punch right now.
Rebound basketball blocks. Mike Williams having an awesome game, and he's recognised that. 34 points so far. He's really come to play and doing a job with the support of his teammates around him.
Well, 33 in the Thames Valley lost. Nottingham 18 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. And Bradford last week 30 points on the team of the week, along with Richardson and Ward, who was player of the week, and Zaid Taylor. So, you've got players that are in form. Greg has just been a complete constant all season, and just not able to make the extra play. But now Storm are going to play deep, because Worthing Thunder are going to come really hard now. And again, Richardson, so good, so smart, knocks down the 2.
Richardson nearly reading the steal again there.
Bodie attacks, and he's fouled by Ishmael Fontaine. Good attack by Bodie, getting the Worthing Thunder defence off balance, not letting them set. There was just one time tonight he's gone into a crowd of about 3 or 4 players, and there was a turnover. Every other time he's had space. There's always been space in front of him, and he's getting the defence really on their skates. Bodie.
It's the second. Storm top of the charts for free throw percentage.
Yeah, and this is where it's really key. In these massive games, Sunderland, Ishmael gets it across to Tom Ward, who crosses over, screen from Crawford, back to Fontaine, lets the high release go, just short. And I think you touched on it, Si. I think now let's run some shot clock here and get a really good half-court look. Bodie, there's a screen from Levi. Levi goes away. The ball's just got stuck for a moment. Tayu, and it's the only time maybe Hemel Storm struggle a touch. The guys struggle is when the ball gets stuck, and Tom Ward, the ball will not stick in his hands, as he invariably makes the right decision. And just when you thought it was safe to relax, Worthing Thunder knocked down a shot, and there's Tom just giving what the defence, taking what the defence gives him, read and react, and knocks down the shot and forces the timeout from Drew. And Drew's going to be saying, look guys, this is not going to be easy. No, you can't take a possession off. You can't just look at Tom Ward when he's going to shoot. We've got to continue doing the right things, and I think that's what Drew's going to do, just to remind the guys we're in control here. But they were 18 up a moment ago, and now straight down to 15. The maths isn't great.
We'll make it 14.
But not both.
Yeah, I mean, you feel that Storm are just verging on that, pulling away to see the game. But 6 minutes, 13 seconds is an awful long time in this game. You know, if we give up an offense, Tom comes down and hits his three. A couple of those are going to bring him right back in it.
Yeah, and they mustn't just rely on Bodie, mustn't just over dribble now. He must just keep playing the defence for each and every offence, and he knows that. Experienced player, talked about it in his interview. Played pro in France, come out of Barking Abbey, played in the GB teams. As has Levi, you know, these guys are pros. This is a semi-pro league, but these guys are pro players. They've been in big situations, and of course Greg and Mike experienced in their first time in England. But they know they're up against good players week in, week out. Bodie against Ishmael Fontaine. Let's see if they can run a really smart play here. Tayu. Hands off to Levi. And Mike is fouled by Crawford.
Running the clock there, Mike, you know, comes in at pace, turns, just puts Thunder defence under pressure, and they don't quite react quick enough.
Yeah, he's just come from that down screen from Greg. Nice pick from Greg. And Mike's just coming round so quick as he uses that screen. Crawford's trying to get in position to help, but can't do it. Pass fake from Levi, gets it to Greg, and this is the only issue with, we need more venues where there's only basketball markings on it.
Yeah.
You know, this is a wonderful arena, and I'm sure, you know, maybe that's the next step for Hemel Storm and for English basketball. Hey, basketball at this level, you should have a show court with only basketball markings on it. Tom Ward again, that's tough D.
Greg working hard, goes for a Thunder ball.
But at the end of the day, you've got to know where the lines are. Bodie, pressure now from Worthing Thunder. The time has come where they're going to have to throw everything at this. Tayu. Hemel have just got to play it smart. Williams, elbow shot is good. And he's making such a variety of shots. He's unstoppable. And our Hemel Storm heading for the playoff final. Fontaine. Ward, he's so quick. Great pass. Blocked from behind. Big play, but it comes out to Sunderland. Fontaine will let the three go. He's off. Rebound, Greg Polian. And 21 fouls.
Just a hustle inside here going on.
Great block. And Max Richardson tries again. But it's that extra effort. It's just effort, energy, enthusiasm, whatever you want to call it, just get it done. That's winning plays. Crawford. Ward will just catch. Great fake. Can't get it to go. Crawford, big rebound. And he's fouled by Levi. They've got to box out.
Got to box out. You know, fouls aren't coming into it quite yet. You know, Storm that'll pick up that third, I believe, and Thunder on fourth team fouls. So this will just take time out of the game. You know, slow it down. Does that help you when you're ahead, or is it a hindrance?
To try and run the shot clock. I think if you've got a chance to run and there's a wide open transition basket, let the ball go. Otherwise, fake that pass and then let's run something really smart. Because now the clock, we're getting into the last 5 minutes, the clock is the friend of Storm. And, you know, Worthing Thunder are going to want to rush Hemel Storm now and get pressing on this make. I would think they're going to press. Which they do. And they're just going to, good play by Greg coming back. And that's really smart play. Now they've got to get it over the line in 8 seconds. Which line, you just got to make sure you know which line is the... Anyway.
Great job by Levi there.
Williams.
Here we go, we're going to go to the line now. Thunder on team.
And that's huge as well, and that was likely to happen because they're having to push the game now. They're having to try and get steals and deflections, and these things can happen.
Great to have nearly 360 of you watching us this evening. I hope you're enjoying the show.
One player you know is having the time of his life here, and this is now his leading score throughout the season. He did go big earlier in the season versus Reading when he had 36, 35 when he was Player of the Week, and he's just surpassed that. And so his first game of the season and the penultimate game, hopefully for Hemel Storm of the season, is he's on fire. Tom Wald with the quick two, and they're straight into the press. Tom Wald on Levi Knoll, 2 top British players. And they've just got to find space, knock this down, Mike, and it's just, that is the way to break the press, because Worthing Thunder are scrambling. Mike goes to his spot in the corner, spreading the floor perfectly. Zaire lets the 3 go, no good. Rebound, Polian. Another double-double for Greg, and
standard.
The superlatives will be running out shortly for some of these Hemel Storm guys. Fade away from Greg, from Mike, off the assist from Greg. And the shot there was really tough. And he's so quick, and he's so good, and he's heading for 40 points right now.
Yeah, Thunder just can't get it to go, and you know, sometimes the game's just against you. Big lead, 19-point lead in this with not long, you know, 3:38. Still doable, but I think Storm are in the ascendancy.
Just got to take care of the pass. The little things now. Let's zip the passes across. Make sure the angle's good for that pass into Greg. Don't switch off, because Worthing Thunder, as we've seen, don't need much encouragement to get back in the game, as Drew wants to sub in, and he's back off the court. Great achievement. If they go on to do it, we'll talk about that post-game by Coach Drew and Coach Mike. Tell you, wide open, we know he can make this, and he's just long. Wald. Thunder pushing behind the back, pulls up for 3 off left, and Bodie with Richardson, who had inside position. Bodie just gets the ball out of bounds to safety.
See now, Tom on the hustle there, he's following his shot, and he wants the, if it doesn't go, he wants the rebound.
Crawford, penetrate, kick, attack by Wald, and free throw line jump shot is good for Max Richardson. And again, they're just playing read and react completely in the flow there, Worthing Thunder.
Richardson putting some good numbers together, 22 points this evening.
He's had a marvellous postseason, the last 3 games, including tonight. Williams, can he make one more? Just short. His legs and his shooting hand are got to be getting a little weary. And penetrate kick again. Sunderland attacks the closeout. All the way out, Ishmael. He's going to throw it up for 3, and he drains it off the dribble. Outrageous offense by Zaire Taylor. This is not over.
This is not over. 14 points, 2:20 to go. Storm slow it down again.
Yeah, exactly what they need to do. They need a good shot, and offensive foul, and tough defense from Sunderland. And Bodie just trying to force the dribble past Worthing Thunder's number 10. Good play by Thunder, just hanging around.
Bit late on the replay there, didn't quite catch it, but foul given. Storm now on 4 fouls, so everything fouls goes to the line. Yeah, is that going to be an impact on this game?
well, the line, if it gets close, the game will be won at the free throw line. And all the smaller things that we talk about, the hustle, the dive on a loose ball, the deflection, the steals. But there will come a point if Worthing don't get close enough, they will need to foul, and that's where Storm just need to step up and make their free throws.
And quite a few people on the chat counting this game over and saying Thunder have, you know, they're done. But I don't think so. You know, it just takes a few.
And there's Tom, just off. Could have done with that one. Worthing Thunder and their fans. Hope you're enjoying the game and just delivering another great spectacle of English basketball as Williams catches it. Crawford's there as he catches, but he doesn't let Mike land without being contested. So 2 shots for Mike Williams, who, well, if last week was superb, and as his family were saying to him, just be smart, just do your thing, we've got your back, we're all following you, we love you, and this is really, you know, we're so thankful for all the fans giving their love to all the players, but this has got to help Mike. D1 school, coming to England, experiencing all this COVID chaos and the restrictions which we are nearly coming out of. But you can tell the way he's playing and the decisions that he makes time and time again. I can't really think of one poor shot that he's taken because he shoots the ball so quick and he's just completely in the rhythm. Okay.
Yeah, obviously you're going to miss that one. Yeah, no, it was really great to see. I know so many messages from across the pond. I know you guys are out there watching this. Hope you're enjoying it. It's Mike Williams, 43 points. Just a great spectacle. Here goes. 44.
Yeah, and he's showing, you know, D1 college sort of credibility here, and Zaire, great pass inside, and a foul by Greg Polian as Crawford gets the 2 and a chance for a 3-point play, and we're just under 2 minutes to go. And
how many does that take, Greg, 2 on fouls?
I think that's 3.
So that's number 4.
Let's just check.
I'm looking at the paddle.
Let's just check on Live Stats. It's showing 3 at the moment, and the 3-point play is complete. Greg, just got to be smart. They're going to trap, and they get it all the way across. And just spacing, they can go 4 corners. They can just quick dribble and pass because they're going to be double teaming the ball. What you don't want to do is dribble the ball anywhere near Zaire Taylor, and that could be a crucial play in this game as Greg Polian, Hemel Storm's best player, along with Mike Williams. Where is he? He's on the floor diving on the loose ball.
Yeah, eventually he gives up the travel, but again, you know, the hustle is just great to see.
That's the issue. Zaire Taylor, one of the top players at stealing the ball in this league. Do not dribble the ball near him. Just keep the ball up, elbows out, keep it safe.
1:39 to go. Storm by 89-77.
12-point lead. It looks a solid lead. And the Mop Boy, not quite the Mop Boy we had before at Storm.
He's trainee Mop Boy, you know, Miles.
Have we got some stats on?
Well, Miles is 100% for clean area. I think Callum's gone 50-50 this week. 1:30 to go.
Oh, good job. Tayu just can't quite get the ball, but good intention by Fusey. Zaire having to give it up. Crawford, long. There's the tip back. Now, will they call that as possession? No. Are they going to say he had control of the ball when he tipped it back?
It felt like he knew what he was doing. He looked, he saw, you know, that. These kind of calls, 1:20 to go, 12-point game.
This is crucial. We could do with a home court call here, really.
Could have done with a replay, but.
They're going to keep it. They're going to keep it as Thunder's ball. So Storm have got to put that behind them and play D like they've never played D before. Taylor. What a ball game. Taylor, he's going to go all the way to the basket. He can't elevate enough. Polian looking for options, and there's going to be options if they space enough. And there's a foul by Zaire. Desperation foul.
1:05 to go. That's a big ask now, isn't it? 12 points. We're going to the line. Levi's going to shoot 2. Shoots one of them, and then they've got 5-point plays that they've got to get back in this game. Yeah.
These are big free throws, but he's missed the first. He's up around 90% from the line. They need this one. And they drain it. 13-point lead for the Hemel Storm.
101 dropped down to 59 seconds there to get to Manchester.
Well, they have played a really strong game, and Worthing Thunder have tried as hard as they can to drag themselves back into this game. But Hemel Storm, the players, have just got one final piece of clear concentration. And here's Mike Williams just confirming 44 points, 18 for Greg, 18 for Bodie as well. And the big players have come to the fore. 4 assists for Bodie, 18 and 13 for Greg, 3 assists. Everybody getting on the floor at some point today, just you and Shaquille not on the floor. But Drew really made a point in that first quarter especially to get everybody on the floor and get everybody involved. And now we're down the stretch. Greg's not had to play, and he got in foul trouble early. Greg's not had to play the sort of massive minutes. He's played 32 minutes, but he was able to have the break. And that 3 or 4 minutes has kept him fresh for the stretch.
Clock got back up to 103. 17-point game.
It's going to take a minor miracle. But they weren't expected to beat Thames Valley Cavaliers last week, and they took the Cavaliers down. Is Hemel Storm going to be one game too far for the Worthing Thunder? Taylor, he can shoot from pretty much anywhere, and he does. He's off. Good box out by Greg. He did all his work early. He boxed out, so he didn't have to even jump for the ball. The ball came to him, and great job by Greg. And he'll take the slow walk, compose himself, deep breath, and that's just us.
I get out of breath if I talk too much, which is why I let you talk so much. But the air's a bit thinner where you are.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, dear.
Taylor a little bit disappointed with his impact on that last shot. Needs to forget that, do something for his team.
He's done a lot of good stuff today, Zaire. 12 points, 4 of 11 from 3. All his threes are big. 5 rebounds, 2 assists. But Polian is taking Hemel Storm almost to the playoff final. Great move by Tomwell. That is tough. And that is the beauty of being able to finish with either hand at pace and from different angles. Timeout by Drew Spinks, just to settle things down and take the momentum immediately away from Worthing Thunder. We've talked about it throughout the season. Momentum's huge, and it's been really big in this game, and Hemel Storm have just about been able to control this game.
Yeah, body language from Thunder right now, it's not looking great. The guys, try and pet themselves up. It's it's one of those games. Some things just not rolled for them, but we've seen it for Storm. You just got to get that roll every now and again, and it helps so much. Let's see if Thunder can do anything to bring this game back to life for them.
Yeah, they've had 4 big performances offensively. Max Richardson, 22 points, 10 rebounds. Sensational play from him, 2 assists, double-double for him, 12 for Zaire, 18 for Crawford, 5 rebounds. Tomwell, 22 points, and he had a slow start. 22, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. He is just an all-court player and affects the game in so many ways. And for Hemel Storm to be in this position says an awful lot about the team and the job that Coach Drew Spinks and Mike Darler have done. And they take their job you know, they're good guys. They take their job seriously, and they want the best for this group. And at the moment, they're on the verge of getting that and heading to the National Basketball League Division 1 playoff final. Screen away, Bodie in motion. And there's a good job by Hemel there. Third screen, Mike Williams gets it. They've got a foul. And Mike can ice this game from the free throw line. Both teams in team fouls.
Mike sitting on 44 points. Can he get to that 50? I mean, it's not often seen in NBL Division 1.
Save it for the final.
Save it for the final, I like it.
And that's the key here is, this is providing they get the job done, which they look odds-on favourites now to get it done. They've just got to deal with this as one more game. Last team standing is where Hemel Storm have got to be, and this group and this club, Hertfordshire's premier club, Hertfordshire versus Sussex today, and at the moment that battle is being won by the Hemel Storm.
Special mention for Tom Ward. He's put a great effort in. You know, almost got his team here single-handedly, and done really good tonight.
Sunderland wide open three is good, and yet again it wasn't going to be easy because they will not back down. Worthing Thunder, they had such a great win last week. They don't want to go out with a whimper tonight, and they're certainly not doing that. And now the lead is down to 11. 36 seconds on the clock. Now Drew's got a decision to make. Does he advance it, or because of the position in the game, let's inbound from the end line?
Yeah, he gets to make that decision, I guess.
Because they've scored. Worthing Thunder has scored. He can advance. That question will be asked by the refs. So they can either advance and have the 14 seconds up there. It's really, it's whatever choice he feels is best for getting the ball in bounds first off.
You feel Thunder are going to try and foul early on in the shooting clock. 36 seconds. They've got to send Storm to the line at least 3 or 4 times to bring this game back. Storm have just got to go to the line and been doing why they're top of the charts for free throw percentages and do their job. So Storm are going to advance down into Thunder's side of the court.
70%, 12 of 17 for the Storm tonight, and 10 of 12 for
Shout out for Mike Williams, MVP. I'm going to go with that one.
MVP of the playoffs at the moment, for sure. And they get it in, and Craig almost slips. But I think his pivot foot remained on the floor, which is the key here. But they get the early foul. If they can't get the steal within a second, they've just got to foul. And make sure it's not a intentional foul as well, where it would be 2 shots in possession. So, Greg Polin, free throw percentage up around 86%, 85, 86. And total concentration from the Pace University standout, Div 2 NCAA. He spoke with such warmth about his college and warmth about his time in Hemel, that he loves being here with the team and the fans. And can we retain his services for another season?
Oh, let's hope.
Next year.
Let's have them both back.
Why not? So 95-82 into the last 30. Ward lets go, no good, and on that occasion, one of his few misses. It's a trap.
Apparently that wasn't a foul.
It's a travel, and that's really where they don't want. That's where Worthing Thunder want the ball to go, into that corner, because then they've got the end line and sideline, which they can use to create the press. So good play for the Thunder there.
22 seconds left. Storm by 13.
Watch out for Tom Wall once he's passed the ball. Sunderland lifts to the top. Crawford shoots, no good. And ball's loose. Greg gets it, dribbles away from the pressure. And are they going to foul? And almost a steal by Max Richardson. And with 11 seconds to go, you may see, I don't think that Worthing will give Storm the possession and just let them run the clock down.
There you go.
Yes, they will. And this is a huge moment for Hemel Storm. They've swept Worthing Thunder twice in the regular season, once tonight, and in the end, in really good style, because Worthing Thunder are a tough tough team. And Hemel Storm are going to the playoff final. Great performance.
What a great reward for their hard work this season. Done a great job on and off the court. You know, practices have been all solid. Coach has talked about those all the way through. The guys have done an excellent job. It's great for them to get that reward to go to Manchester. Maybe a crowd can sneak in there somewhere, Graham. You know, again, you know, just such a great game. Excellent play from Thunder there. Really enjoyed it. It was good to see them here, and they did a really good job by getting here. But Storm going to Manchester.
Storm continue this impressive run in the playoffs, and it was never going to be straightforward, and Worthing Thunder made sure of that. But Mike Williams, 38 minutes, 45 points, 16 of 24 from the field, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, just the 3 turnovers, 2 steals, and an index of 46, and just outstanding. Bodie with 18, Greg with 22 and 15 rebounds, 22 points. But a real solid team performance for the guys on the sideline, you know, making sure that they're fully engaged in the game, and the guys got it done on the court today. Massive congratulations to the team.
Yeah, Storm chairman there, Tony, really happy that his team's going to Manchester, and thoroughly deserved. He's put in great effort to put on, you know, and support everything we've done here, and great to have Graham and, you know, have him here every week. We kind of added up to our show every week. Hopefully it's kept you all happy, and it's a good week for good luck messages. Can the Mike Williams outdo themselves this week, and get more than 20 messages in for Mike? I'm hoping they can. Come on, guys. There's a team clap. Well, who? This, us, I guess.
Maybe. Just a quick mention for Worthing Thunder and their fans. You know, tough loss today, but what a great playoff run they've had, finishing in 7th and going all the way to the semi-finals. 22 points for Max Richardson, 11 rebounds, 2 assists. Zaire with 12, Crawford with 18, Tom Ward again with 22. Tough to match what he did last week, but still a solid game. 22 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. But in the end, Hemel Storm behind Mike Williams, 45 points, his top effort of the season. They're going to the playoff final.
Oh, what a great time to do it. You know, that's why you got your big players. They come to the big time game and score 45 points. Greg with his automatic double-double, great to see. Mike, such a great job, and we're really looking forward to next week. Our last week for the stream again. It was meant to be last week. Are we sure? We're done. We're done this week. We're definitely done. It's been a pleasure, Greg. Graham, I keep calling you Greg.
Top boy, it's been a pleasure, absolute honour working alongside you, and we've had some great games to cover. Hemel have played great, and there's been some teams here that have had, you know, some amazing games as well. Working with Lee, such a professional guy, smile on his face. We try and make him laugh. I'm not sure he just laughs for. He's doing it again.
And it wouldn't be anything without you guys out there. You know, it's been great that you've supported us so well. I think we hit 360 viewers today, which is really great. 60 before the game tipped. Hopefully you enjoyed the interview. We'll post those up on the Hemel Storm YouTube TV channel for you to see in the week. It's been great fun. We're going to Manchester now.
Yeah, absolutely. And a massive thank you to the fans, and you know, really feel your presence. But at the end of the game, Hemel Storm are going to the playoffs. Finally, they're going to the playoff final, and finally they quieten the Worthing Thunder.